Hey everyone, it's Magic Man Scott 40K talking about Endless Space 2. I'm going to be doing a Vaulters guide. It's the first expansion for Endless Space 2, the first DLC faction. I want to talk about it because I'm doing a guide series. I found all the teaching videos hard to understand, at least for me. They were just weird. They talked in like a weird way. So I want to make more of a simple, easy to understand guide, something digestible, and I want to make it like easy to learn. So I'm going to be talking about the Vaulters, the first DLC race. I was going to talk about the Lomaris, as they were next in line, but I figured with the weekend sale, some people are going to be more interested in the DLC now that there's a limited time sale. And I did play the Vaulters. I won with them. I did the quests. I maxed out everything. I have a good idea on how they work. I only played them once because Endless Space 2 takes like 6 hours, so I only played them once. I will tell you, I do like them a lot. They're very fun. Now, DLC didn't just come with the Vaulters; it also came with other mechanics. So you get the Vaulters with DLC, and you get about I want to say 4 or 5 other things that are not the Vaulters. But I just want to talk about the Vaulters in this video. And you also get Pirate Diplomacy, and I guess I'll talk about that. Because this is the DLC we're talking about, I'm going to go ahead and skip the intro. I'm not going to tell you what Endless Space 2 is, because I think you already know if you're watching this. And I'm not going to talk about the basics, because if you're buying the DLC, I think you know what the basics are. So I'm just gonna talk about the Vaulters and how I feel about them, strength, playstyle, stuff like that. They are a reference to Endless Legend. If you guys ever played Endless Legend, they are the same people. Now, Endless Legend is more medieval, and this is way into the future. And it's the same girl in both games. I'll go ahead and show you. So it is the same girl in both games. And they explain that with them being immortal or something. The story's weird. At least I think the story's weird. But I guess they're immortal. So this Vaulter lady and the lady in Endless Legend is the same lady. Now they do explain more of it in the comics, and the quest is them trying to find a new home. So they don't really explain Endless Legend. It's all about their new story. They talk about the future. So Vaulters. First DLC expansion, they added Pirate Diplomacy and all that. So Vaulters is a science defense faction that has portals and disguises. So you can dress up as other factions and other stuff. So that's pretty cool. So disguises, science, portals, defense. They're also pretty fast. If you want to put them in the speed, as a speed faction, I think that'd be alright. Now Sophons was the original speed faction.
Let's blow some stuff up.
Basically,
Basically,
Sophon's whole gimmick was they're fast. And I think that was their only real strength. I think Sophon's only real gameplay strength you know, the reason you play Slothons is because they're fast. And Vultures is now they're another fast faction. So now we have 2 of them.
For the kin.
There's not many
the
fast
bloodline.
factions in the game. Most of them are pretty slow. Most people here start out with 5 speed, and the Vultures start out with like 8 speed. So that's a pretty big difference. So I do think the Vultures is above average in strength. They're better than most factions, but they're not like, I don't think they're overpowered. Let's just say that. I don't think they're broken or anything. Now I do think the portals are strong. The portals are kind of ridiculous, but we'll talk about that later. I'm gonna go ahead and start a new game. You'll see a cutscene here. Now if you're in the store, you get the cutscene. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip that. If you go into the store, you can see it, and there's a video of the cutscene. It just explains. The cutscene explains the gap between and the cutscene explains the gap between Endless Legend and this. There's a big time gap, and that's what that cutscene explains. And yeah, I'll go ahead and start the gameplay. Right before I recorded, I just played my first time as Humble Choir, which is another DLC faction. I do have hacking unlocked. I don't know if I'll use it, but I do want to mention that I do think the Humble Choir are really fun, so I want to talk about that later. Anyways, I guess I'll go ahead and get started. I only played them once, so I'm not super comfortable with them. This picture here, you can see they're space Vikings. I like space Vikings.
The Vultures are a stubborn, resilient people.
I like space Vikings a lot more than Vultures. This tutorial is kind of garbage, so that's why I'm recording this. So Vultures start out with this special node in the cutscene. At the very end of the cutscene, this node shows up. It's a healer. It heals your ship, and that's what happens in the cutscene. In the cutscene, they actually died, and the ship, this rock here brought them back to life. So if it wasn't for this rock here, they would have probably died. Anyways, at the start of the game, you start out with this. This is guaranteed, but you don't actually control it. You have to control it later on. So you start out with the spaceship here, the Argosy. The Argosy is very powerful. You can take over a planet instantly. You also get a resource boost. The Argosy starts out with 11 speed, which is pretty crazy. Most ships are 5, so this is twice as fast as any ship in the game. You get this forever, unless it gets blown up. It's pretty hard to blow it up. It's got a lot of health. It doesn't shoot though. There's no guns on it. Even fully maxed out, it doesn't shoot. And it's also a portal, but that you have to upgrade. You have to unlock the portal. So let's go ahead and talk about the map. Let me take a look at the map real quick. So we can take any land instantly, but there is a cooldown on that ability. So really the Vultures, one thing I'll say about Vultures is you'll always have a good start. It's impossible to have a bad start with Vultures, because you can have any planet you want. And pirates don't start out until about turn 10, so there's no pirates. You can have any planet you want. So let's go. I guess we'll go shopping. And then once we find a planet, I can really talk about the Vultures. As you can see here, everything is locked off. I can't do anything until I find a planet. So your starting planet will always be different. But this node you spawn on, you will always get this node. But you don't control it right now. Okay, so let's look at these nodes. That's an alien, can't colonize that. What is this? Tundra, that's not great. What else we got? Ice planets make people unhappy, so it's not a great start. Also, in the story, they hated their home planet, which was a snow planet. So I'd hate to. In the story, they hated snow planets. So I'd feel bad if the first planet we picked up was snow. So I'm not gonna grab that. What is this? Tundra, another snow planet. Hopefully we get something interesting soon. Boreal, we can work with that. Boreal is pretty good. Arctic. We are a science faction, and that's what cold planets are. Cold planets are science. So I guess it's not the worst idea. Well, I don't want the Tundra. So, but Boreal sounds fine. So I guess we'll grab that. We could explore the map and find a better one. But for this video, I want this video to be, you know, short. So, sorry. I want this video to be a shorter one. I noticed all my videos are like an hour long. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this one, and your start might be different from mine. But I'm not gonna grab this one because I'd feel bad. Cause they just abandoned their snow planet. This is aliens, so I can't grab that until I become friends with them. So I guess the only option is this one. And that'll take 2 turns. Even with this incredible speed, it'll take about 2 turns. But I do think it's impossible to have a bad start. It's impossible to have a bad start with Vultures, because you can go around the map and get whatever you want. Now really, the game doesn't start until you get a planet. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and grab this. This is fine. We're gonna get the fun one, the fun planet, and then we'll get the science one. This looks like a fun planet. We'll go ahead and grab that. I was hoping for more of a food planet. Food planets are the best at the start. At the start of Endless Space 2, you really want to get a food planet right away. But whatever. So the ship we use to colonize these planets with is going to be in cooldown for a while. And even after cooldown, we won't have the ability to touch down for a long time. So there's a lot of things to talk about. Turn 2. So as you notice, there's no outposts. You colonize instantly, which is a Vulture's unique thing. They're pretty good at expanding. Between the fast spaceship and how fast they can take over a planet, their expansion is actually really easy. Another thing to talk about is Vultures are super happy to touch down again after so many years in space. They spent hundreds and hundreds of years in space. They are so happy to touch ground that you get a bonus for touching ground. It's called Golden Age. So right here is Golden Age. and this is a Vaulter thing. So during Golden Age, you have a bonus to all your economy, basically. You have a bonus to everything. And this is really strong because you can do this over and over again. This Golden Age over and over. You have this forever. This is not a turn 2 thing. You can do this over and over again. So basically the Vaulters are so happy to escape from their homeworld and to touch ground that they just instantly get to work, and you get a bonus in every category. So Vaulters turn 2 have probably the best resources because they do get a bonus to everything. So right here it says 21 food. You can see right here this one planet is giving us 21 food, but really we're getting 66. If you can see that. It might be hard to see on the screen, but 21 food is listed, but we're actually getting 66. And this is a Vaulter's thing. So what this means is, let's say you have a bad start, then the Vaulters pretty much win. Because how are you going to compete with this? Turn 2, 66 food. It's pretty hard to compete with that. So basically if your opponent has a bad start, you just win. Now this Golden Age is short. It only lasts for a little bit. So during this little tiny bit, you get a bonus to everything. Now during this time, you can kind of just click on everything and get away with it. I can just click on all these buttons down here and I'll be fine. During this Golden Age, you can kind of just do whatever you want and you can't really make a mistake. So I think I can just go ahead and click on everything and that'll be alright. So let's go ahead and talk about the Vaulters themselves, and then we'll do more gameplay. Oh, I want to mention you get a free... Every time you touch down, you get a free ship. So I got a free ship right here. And you get this every time you touch down, which is really strong. Anytime you get a free ship, that's incredibly strong. Because these ships take about 4 turns to make, and you start out with 1. So that's already 4 turns ahead. Now, even with all this, I don't think Vaulters are actually that strong. Even with all these positives, I really don't think Vaulters are that crazy. So the bad thing about Vaulters is they start out with bad damage. And even fully maxed out, their damage is kind of whatever. So, at any point in the game, Vaulter's damage is kind of whatever. They are a defense faction. So what that means is you actually want to get attacked. You have to bait your opponent into attacking you, because you are a defense faction. Now, baiting someone into attacking you is kind of hard. So, it's not like the easiest thing. You can go into treaties and start insulting people, and maybe that could work. So maybe that's your strategy. You go into the phone call and just start insulting people, and you can start doing that. Alright, so there is a strength weaknesses section, so I'll go ahead and talk about that. Vaulters is pretty easy to explain. They are tricky, but I do think they're not the hardest faction to pick up. Alright, so these are all the Vaulters' strengths and weaknesses. And you want to read this every time you play the game. Every time I play Endless Space 2, I always go through all this. So Vaulters. Vaulters, I think I already explained it. They're from Endless Legend. Metafolding. They have access to portals. So portals. So portals, you build on a planet, you make a portal, and then you build on another planet, and it doesn't matter anywhere on the map. Anywhere on the map, you make a portal, and you can teleport between the two. Say you're on one side of the map and the other side of the map, you can teleport back and forth instantly. And that's what meta folding is. Now, teleporting does cost something, but they have a unique building that helps out with this. If you make that unique building, meta folding is really easy. So teleporting does cost something, but with the unique building is kind of free. Alright, so let's talk about vaulters themselves. So vaulters get plus 25 defense and plus 1 science. So when you get attacked, you have 3 options: draft, protect system, and rally. What plus 25 does is it makes rally better. So basically, anytime you get attacked, you want to click on rally, which is the 3rd option. So, and you can boost this even higher with military unlock. So you can really just boost this out the wazoo, and you can what rally does is it nukes everything and then you attack. So vaulters specialize in defensive nuking. And then you have Sisters of Mercy. Sisters of Mercy are a new faction. They also have plus 25 defense, and they have plus 2 happiness. So happiness with the vaulters is really easy. As you can see here, we have 100% approval rating. We have 100% happiness. And when your happiness is high, you'll actually work harder. So I can go ahead and hover over it. I have plus 25% food and plus 25% politics while my people are happy. And this plus 25% to food makes expansion easier. So vaulters are pretty good at expansion. They do it instantly, they're fast at it, and you get bonus economy. So they're pretty good at expansion. Expansion is not your weakness. Okay, involuntary nomads. Let's see. Okay, that just talks about Golden Age, which I think I went over. So I think these first 2 I actually went over. Material expert. Okay, material expert I probably won't talk about. You have to go to this screen here. This is your trading economy screen, and basically this is different because you're vaulters. So when you upgrade your economy, you'll get the option of a city upgrade, and your choices will be different because you're vaulters. So that's what that means. So instead of picking, normally you pick a plant to upgrade your city, but with vaulters you can pick stone to upgrade your city. So that's what that means. Corsairs. Because Corsairs is the disguise mechanic. You can disguise as a pirate faction, and everyone will see you as a pirate. So your picture will change, and I think even your numbers change to be more pirate-like. Like your damage will be like 100, but it will actually be like 1,000. You can hide your damage, so that's pretty good. The ability to hide among the pirates is really strong, and really what this lets you do is this lets you go anywhere on the map that's neutral. If you run into let's say you run into another empire, they'll shoot you. They'll of course shoot you down on sight because you're a pirate, and pirates are experience points. So if another Empire spots you with this disguise on, you will get shot down. What's interesting is because you're pirates, this won't affect politics. So let's say you're in politics with another guy. You're talking back and forth and having a good time. If you're disguised, this won't affect your discussions. So you can go back to doing whatever you want. You can do whatever you want as a pirate, and it won't affect your your friendship. Let's say you're friends with someone. You can still kill your ally. You can kill your ally anytime you want, and it won't affect you. So that's pretty cool. I will say this disguise only works on small ships, so you can't disguise everything. Black Foam 2. This is actually a negative if you pick Vultures. Vultures are used to snow planets, and they don't know what like gardening is. They don't know what flowers are. And because they don't know what flowers are, they suck at food. So during this golden age, I have 66 food. But once this golden age is over, I'll have like negative food because they're so bad at it. So vultures are pretty bad at repopulating. So expansion is really easy, but actually filling those planets up with people is going to be difficult. Core Worlds. Core Worlds says we get a bonus to happiness as long as we're small. So we're really good at expanding, but let's say we overexpand. Core Worlds will turn off. Core Worlds will turn on as long as we have a small amount of planets. This is a pretty weak trait, I think. As you can see here, we have 100% happiness, and this goes up even higher. You can have like 300% happiness. So this plus 10 happiness at the start of the game is not that great, and it's turned on as long as you don't have it says right there we can have 5 planets. As long as we don't hit the 6th planet mark, this will be on. So really 5 planets is our limit if we want this bonus. It's kind of a weak bonus, to be honest with you. Now because we have bonus happiness, if we do something wrong, this is kind of like a band-aid. If we do something wrong, it's not a big deal. Like let's say just for example, let's pass a law. This law makes everyone hate you, but because we have so much happiness, so much approval ratings, it's not that big of a deal. So you can see here this law has minus 20 happiness, but that bonus gives us plus 10. So really this is minus 10 happiness. So that's pretty good. We can turn this on and not really worry about consequences. So with Vultures, you can turn on these laws that have negatives and not really worry about it. So their laws are pretty good, is what I'm trying to say. Another way for people to get mad at you is war. Anytime you go to war, people get mad at you. And because we have so much happiness, it won't be that big of a deal. So basically with Vultures, any mistake you make, the penalty is small. I think that's what it's trying to say. We also start out with 2 unlocks. Now I'm not really going to talk about these because our science is so high. As you can see here, we have 55 science, which is a lot higher than even Sophon's. I think Sophon's has like 40 science. So our science is actually crazy high, and we're actually a scientist faction. So we can go ahead and just unlock everything pretty quickly. So your first turn, okay. So your first turn with Vaulters is actually pretty easy because you can get away with pretty much anything. The happiness makes it so you can get away with nasty stuff, and because we have Golden Age, we're allowed to make more mistakes. So with Vaulters, they're very mistake friendly. You can make a bunch of mistakes and you'll be fine. And because we're guaranteed to have a good start with the Argosy, yeah, I would say they're very turn 1 friendly. You can make a lot of mistakes and you'll be fine. Alright, so now for actual gameplay. Really, you can press any button you want and you'll be alright. So let's go ahead. I'll do a couple turns. Really, that's pretty much it for the Vaulters. We will get a portal later on. I'll talk about the portal. So this is a portal. This is a Vaulter thing. It costs 5 blue rocks and 5 yellow rocks. And as of right now, we have 0. We have to unlock rocks. So we really need to unlock rocks to activate these portals. And these portals also cost gold. 16, well, dust. They cost 16 dust. So right now we have plus 60 dust. So we can afford that. So we need 2 portals though. We need a portal on this planet and a portal somewhere else. It doesn't matter. And we can teleport between the 2. Now with Vaulters, you don't have to make planets in a straight line like everyone else. Like Unfallen needs to make planets in a straight line. Whatever planet is next to you, that's the one you get. If Unfallen, you have to grab the planet right next to you. So that's how they work. With Vaulters, you can really bounce around the map and grab any planet you want. So really with Vaulters, if you want the best planets in the game, like turn 5, you can. If you want to grab, you can grab tongue twister. With the Argosy speed, you can go around the map very quickly and instantly grab the best planets. And that's a Vaulter thing. If you want all the best planets at the start of the game, you can. Alright. And I think that's pretty much it for Vaulters. If we look at their military is basically 0. They're worse than humans. The humans start out with 100 damage, and we start out with 50. The human empire, the United Empire, our military is worse than them. So our fighting is not great. 50 damage is pretty much garbage. Oh yeah, one thing I should mention. Our portal, this portal's, hold on. This ship here is our only way of getting land. So this ship here, we really have to babysit and make sure it's safe. So you really have to protect if you're playing Vaulters, you need to protect the ship at all costs. All the other ships can be destroyed, but this one here you need to protect at all times. And you can grab any planet you want, but maybe there's danger. So you have to be very careful when you explore. Alright. I think for everything else, that's pretty much it. So what we should focus on is rocks. And I guess because we're a science faction, we'll just focus on science. And I don't know about anything else. In the story, they're very friendly. So if you want to be friends with everyone, you can. They're very friendly in the story. They're not like evil or anything. So yeah, I guess that's what we'll do. We'll focus on rocks. Do a bunch of science stuff. And yeah. So Vaulters, you really can make mistakes and you'll be alright. Yeah. Sorry. One more time. With Vaulters, with Vultures, you can really make mistakes and you'll be fine. It's very mistake friendly. Alright. Because we have plus 10 happiness, I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. Let's go ahead and pass a law. So this is minus 20 happiness. This is minus 2. This is more happiness. I guess we'll go ahead and get more dust. I'm going to go ahead and activate this one. Really, you can only activate this law at the start of the game. Once you get further into the game, you can't really activate this one anymore. So let's go ahead and activate this law turn 2. And this won't really affect us because we have so much happiness. So let's just go ahead and turn this one on. This will give us more dust. So now we went from 50 dust to 60 dust. And we'll be using that on pirates. Now, if this disguise mechanic, really you can just ignore pirates. They won't attack you because they think you're a pirate. But they will attack your planet. They'll see a bunch of space Vikings and attack them. So when in space, you'll be fine. But your planets, you might have to worry about. Alright, now for actual gameplay. I do want these curiosities. I don't want to waste my golden age on a military. So I'm just gonna go ahead and upgrade our resources. And really, we're not a fighting faction. This is not a laser explosion faction. So I'm just gonna work on our resources for now. And really, we can grab whatever we want. So I'm gonna focus on resources for now. Let's just go ahead and grab all these resource stuff. I think our science is above average. So I'm gonna skip out on the science upgrade because I think we got plenty. We don't need to be buried in science. So let's go ahead and grab these curiosities. This is kind of like treasure. There might be rocks on these planets. There we go. Blue rock. We need that for the portal. That's a negative. And that's positive. Okay. We got one negative, one positive. So that evened out. And we can use these rocks as portals and upgrade our city. So we really need these rocks at the start of the game. You can also buy rocks on the store. So that's another thing we can do. We can unlock the store and start buying rocks. I guess we don't really need this ship anymore. So I guess we'll go ahead and explore. And I'll go ahead and turn... No, we don't need the pirate disguise right now. Let's just... I'm gonna go ahead and hit the explore button. Now, with Vultures, it's very hard. With Vultures, it's very hard to expand your borders. They're not really a border faction. So, I'm not gonna look for... Like, this purple thing here. This purple thing will give you a boost if you control it. But because we're not a border faction, I don't think we are going to control it. We're not going to control it until about turn 50. So I'm honestly just not going to look for these. I'm not going to explore this, my Fog of War. Because by the time we control this, it's going to be like turn 50. So I'm just going to look for planets. Or maybe something valuable, like a unique planet. And that's what I'm going to be on the lookout for. Alright, so let's go ahead and explore our nearby area. And when this spaceship recovers, we can use that to explore too. But we need to keep an eye on it. Alright, research. So, what you research doesn't super matter. We do want rocks, so let's go ahead and get rocks for the portal. And so we're really good at expanding, but we're really bad at food. So I guess we'll go ahead and get the food upgrades. And as a scientist, we can get the fancy upgrades at the start of the game. You can see here that these are unlocked. And that's the scientist thing. Yeah, I think we're just going to focus on food, because food's our major weakness. And I'm going to go ahead... Oh wait, we have a hero, right? Hero, Overseer. Overseer is more of a planet helper. So let's go ahead and put her on the planet. Overseer is more of a planet booster. So I'm gonna put Petrov. I'm gonna put Petrov Jutka on our planet. There we go. Give that a boost. And I will take this. Was it Tundra? I'm gonna go ahead and grab this Tundra. That sounds alright. Hacking. Well, we can't hack. We can hack this minor faction. I guess we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and hack the minor faction. Do that. Go ahead and hit hack. And we'll go ahead and protect ourselves. Pirates can hack you. So let's go ahead and there we go. And there we go. There's hacking. Took about a minute. So I put a protection hack so it can't be hacked. I'm gonna go ahead and hack this minor faction, and that'll boost our friendship. I do think Vultures are kind of a good guy, so I'm gonna be friends with everyone if I can. They're more of a good guy faction. Okay, now we can mine. That's pretty cool. So our weakness right now is food and industry, which is the opposite of United Empire. The United Empire, science is our weakness. So really, for Vultures, you want to play them. Really, for Vultures, they're the opposite of United Empire. So if you play United Empire and then you play this, you just want to do the opposite. Alright, I think for gameplay, I'm just going to explore our nearby area. Alright, we can go full defense, or we can get science. Well, I don't expect to get attacked anytime soon. I don't think you can get attacked this early in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the science reward. I think the science quest will be a lot easier than the military one. You can do whatever you want, but I really don't expect us to get attacked anytime soon. Okay, we can go ahead and launch our ship again. Now we can't colonize for a while. That's the one bad thing about Vultures, is during a war, let's say you lose a planet and you want to get it back. With Vultures you can't. So that's one bad thing. If you lose a planet, it's just gone pretty much forever. So that is one negative about Vultures you need to know. I would explore down here, but I think that's the end of the map. I'm almost positive there's nothing down here. Or maybe this is the end of the map. I guess there's a 50-50. Alright, let's just go ahead and explore our... Let's just go ahead and explore our nearby area. And this we'll get a bunch of pop-ups. Our science is really good, so we can unlock stuff very quickly. And I just want... I'm not going to get the science upgrades. Let's just go ahead and get our economy going. There we go. And pretty soon our golden age will be over. And our early boost will be gone. Okay. With the way this map looks like, the way that this map is, I think the other player is right here. That's just a guess. But I think there's another player. There has to be a player right here. So I'm gonna go right for now. I don't want to get attacked. But I'm almost positive if I go left, there's a player. So I'm gonna avoid that area. And there might be a player down here too. Okay, let's just work on our food. Let's go ahead and talk to these aliens, because we have a lot of happiness. These guys are industry, so that's good. Industry is our weakness. And we don't have... Okay, we can't talk to these guys just yet. We have to unlock that. So, as soon as we unlock that, we'll talk to the aliens. Okay, there's a dead end. Alright, if that's a dead end, I guess we'll go this way. The rest of these planets are not that... Did we get a lava planet? That would suck if we didn't get a lava planet. What was our start again? What was our start? Tundra, Arctic. I guess we'll get Arctic, huh? We got double Arctic. So... Arctic. There we go. I guess it's this one, right? Nope, that's Stopes or Steps. No, I'm guessing it has to be this one, right? This is Arctic. I have 100 hours, or I have 200 hours on this game, and I still don't know. I don't have these. I really don't have these memorized. I want to get these unlocked. If we can. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk to these guys. I hacked it so the price is cheaper. So you can see this weird number here, 43. And that's because I hacked it. There's nothing else I want to hack though. Okay, this has yellow. We can use this yellow for a portal. We need yellow and blue for portals. This looks pretty decent, actually. Did we not get a lava planet? Is none of these lava? And I'm saying that because we don't need 20 ice planets. I know we're a science faction, but we don't need 20 ice planets. What is this? Toxic Barren. Hold on, let me check our surroundings. Barren. All these planets are the same. Did I not get a single hot planet? Gas. Arctic. Arctic again. Barren again. Not much variety. Weird. Toxic. Barren. This is like the 5th Barren. Another Barren. Wow. Okay. Thanks. 0. What was that? 0 hot planets? Okay. So that sucks. I guess we'll become pirates now. They should spawn soon. And you have to be home to, but I can't be a pirate now. I have to go home and do that. So let's actually stop exploring and go home real quick. Get our pirate disguise on. You need to go back. Let's send everyone home. I need to put the pirate disguise on. There we go. This is Arctic, right? Maybe. We can get food again. That's arid. I don't think we got any arid planets. Let's see. Barren. Xenology. We don't need that. We could just go all in on food. Nah. This is ash. Don't need that. Could get money. Money's fine. Let's see. The rest of these are kind of junk. We could get snow. Snow sounds alright. We'll get snow. That sounds fine. I think we'll hack the aliens again. There we go. Hack the alien. And I think our golden age is over. So our good start is gone. What is this negative? Ooh. That's a pretty big negative. That's a giant negative, actually. I think I'm gonna have to skip this planet for now. That negative is too big. So... This doesn't really matter. This doesn't really matter. Food. I guess we'll get these two, food and science. Happiness we actually have a ton of. So I guess we'll make some ships. We're not really a fighting faction, but we can explore. We're gonna go ahead and put our pirate disguise on. Once these pirates come up, I'll end the video. Where was that yellow again? Right here. This is yellow. We might be able to colonize, actually. Yeah, I think we can colonize pretty soon. So what I'm gonna do is get this disguise. Yeah, I'm gonna get the disguise and then get the yellow one. Hopefully it's still there. Okay. We can upgrade her. Doesn't super matter. Okay, let's put the pirate disguise on. There we go. And let's go get this yellow one. The yellow one looks good. I'll grab it. No hot planets at all. That's weird. Once these pirates show up, I'll end the video. But with this disguise, we can actually just walk by them. I guess that one. So this too will be instant. This instant planet thing is forever. So that's pretty good. Okay, so now we have money unlocked. This will fix our money issue. So let's go ahead and grab this. This will get a bonus golden day. So let's go ahead and grab. We need yellow. So let's go ahead and grab this middle one. Centaurus. Okay. And yeah, you do that. So okay, let's go ahead and get this planet. And I'm not worried about science because we have so much of it. So I'm just going to skip all the science ones. I'm also going to skip the happiness upgrade because we have so much happiness. So the happiness upgrade and the science upgrade, we're just going to go ahead and skip those because we have so much of it, right? That makes sense. There should be pirates. It's turn 22. Where's the pirates at? There should honestly be pirates right now. Okay, we got snow planets. Nice. Let's just keep going on with food. Our food is just garbage. So let's go ahead and get this faction here. Search curiosities. We can do that. But we need more ships. So we're gonna have to start pumping out ships. Okay. We're gonna have to start pumping out ships like crazy to get that quest done. And we have portals unlocked. So what we could do is actually teleport here. That's a Volter thing. We can teleport to here to over here now. It does cost rocks to teleport, but as you can see, we have 45, which is enough. So teleporting is not that big of a deal, as long as you have mining unlocked. As long as you have mining unlocked, you can teleport forever, basically. Okay. Science. You can go military with Volters, but they're just not as good as the other military factions. You just cannot compete with them. And we can actually, in a couple turns, we can actually grab this alien planet. So that sounds pretty good. There we go, pirates. And they won't attack us. So this is not a player. There should be a player like right here. If this map makes any sense to me. There should be a player right here. So I'm just gonna sit next to this pirate, and you'll notice that they won't attack me. And that's because I got the disguise on. And another thing you can do is spend all your gold or your dust to buy off the pirates. Okay, I think we have plenty of... I don't want barren planets. I think we will go military. Just to get this military quest. We have a military quest and a science quest. So I guess we'll do military and science. So let's get the military stuff. And let's go ahead and go into space. I think we're ready to leave our area. I think we're ready to meet other players. We can go ahead and start talking to other people. And you'll notice this pirate won't attack me. But if I have this disguise on and explore the map, I will get attacked by the other empires. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this crossbone, this big circle here, and I can talk to the pirates.
What can I do for you?
And I'll go ahead and explain this because this is a Vultures DLC thing. If you buy this DLC, you can talk to the pirates. But once you have this DLC active, buying Vultures will activate it, but anyone can talk to them. Unfallen can talk to these guys. Anyone can talk to them, except for Hisho. Hisho are not allowed to talk to these guys. But let's say you're anyone else, you can talk to pirates. I'll go ahead and explain this. If you hit the top one, you can be friends with the pirates. They won't attack you, and you can be friends with them. But eventually, your friendship will go down. So every couple of turns or so, you have to be friends with them again. So basically, once you can become friends with them, but then you have to do it again. So basically, with pirates, one day, eventually, you will have to kill them. Because, let's say your friendship is maxed out. Long story short, even with this friendship mechanic, you will have to kill them eventually. Someone will kill him. Maybe the other player will kill him. Someone out there will kill him. So you can't be friends with these guys forever. Covert sabotage. Covert sabotage weakens the pirates. It's basically a level down. If you want to level down the pirates, make them weaker, you now have that option. Buy a pirate mark. Buy a pirate mark. Let's say there's 10 pirates running around the map. You can focus them all on one guy. So that's what that does. And I want to mention, if you become friends with this pirate, you actually become friends with all the pirates on the map. All the pirates on the map, they will be friends with you. So this is a very powerful thing. And then you have this non-aggression pact here. Non-aggression pact means you successfully friendship them. That's what that means. So you can put this disguise on, and this will let you ignore pirates, which is good because your damage is bad. And you can also just spend money and they'll be friends with you. So there's a few ways to ignore pirates. And I think that's pretty much it for the video. After this, they're pretty much the same, I guess. None of these really matter. I guess backdoor. There we go. But yeah, hacking these guys don't really matter anymore. Alright, that's what, turn 27? That's the first turn 27 of the game. There we go. Okay, there's the other player. I knew there was another player there. Do we have we don't. We can't we can't go there right now. Okay, so this is where the other player's at. I knew they were I knew they were right there. In about 5 turns or so, we can unlock frog in my throat. Anyways, in about 5 turns, we can unlock the ability to go here. If that makes sense. If I were to keep playing, really you can travel anywhere you want. So I do want this planet here. I do want this one here. And the rest of these are kind of garbage. I do want this alien faction here. That'll bring us up to what? 4? Yeah, that'll bring us up to 4. The 5th planet, I would have to explore. I don't want these ones here. And with the portal mechanic, you can teleport. So I'm not going to show you the portal mechanic because it's already a long video. But the portal mechanic, you hit portal, this one here, and then you hit portal on this one here, and all you gotta do is so I have these ships here. You can see these ships here, right? I activate portal, and all you gotta do is just right click. I right click here and I'll teleport, and that's how portals work. So you go inside your borders. These are my borders, right? And if I right click on here, instead of going this way along this path took about 10 turns to go. This path here took 10 turns to go back and forth, right? It took me 10 turns to go from here to here, right? But once I get this portal up and running, I can skip this whole area. I can just teleport here. So we can go ahead and we can go ahead and grab this portal. This portal costs rocks, but we have rocks, so we're good. So portal here, right? Portal there. Portal here. And now we can skip this middle area of the map. We don't have to worry about this anymore. And then we can portal here, maybe. We can grab this piece of land. But I do think there's a player like right here, so it's risky. But we could grab this land here, and instead of going from here, okay, so right now we're here, right? Instead of going here all the way over here, we'll just teleport. Instead of crossing this big gap, we'll just teleport over there. And that's what makes Vaulters really good. This teleport is what makes them above average, I think. Really, this teleport is your win condition. And the Argosy, your colonizer, is also a portal, which you have to unlock later on. But you can unlock this Argosy here. You can make it a portal. And portals are really your win condition. So with Vaulters, you really want to unlock portal technology and go full science. And because you're a defense faction, you really don't have to worry about getting attacked. Let's say you lose all your military. If you get attacked, that's actually when you're strongest. So when you lose, that's your greatest strength, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's Vaulters. They're actually pretty easy, I think. In science, you just go. Really, with science, you just want to go down, right? If you're a science faction, you just keep going down this way, and you'll win. And yeah, that's pirate diplomacy. That's Vaulters. That's how I would play them. Because you're good at science, you want to get the food upgrades first. And because of your happiness, you can go ahead and skip the happiness upgrades. And with happiness, you can get more laws. So you can see here, I have a bunch of laws. I got all these laws going on because of the happiness, if that makes sense. And yeah, hopefully this will help you out. In a couple turns here. Actually, I'll just go ahead and show you. In 2 turns, I can teleport. Right? 2 turns, I can teleport. Or no, it's gonna be longer than that. I was gonna show you teleporting, but yeah. Oh well. But yeah, Vaulters, you really want your teleport up and running. So you can see the square here. And the square here means the teleport is now active. But now it needs to go somewhere. There's no entry-exit portal. They're all the same. They're all entry portals. They're two-way portals. They're both entry and exit. So you don't have to worry about order. You can build these portals in any order you want. And yeah, hopefully that'll give you a head start. And if you're thinking about buying this DLC, I do think it's fun. This portal mechanic's really fun. I really enjoy the Vultures, and I hope you like it. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I've been talking for a while. Thanks for watching. Bye.